Hi, this is Dale O'Shields, pastor of Church of the Redeemer in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining me for our devotional time today. I want to just talk to you just for a couple of moments about the topic of gaining strength. You know, the opposite of strength is weakness, and weakness is a dangerous thing because it has consequences. When you're weak, you become vulnerable, and certain things happen in life that otherwise would not happen. And one of those things that happens is that weakness actually robs you, steals from you your future. There's a story in Genesis chapter 25 that I would encourage you to read. It's a story of two twins, or a twin, I should say, two guys by the name of Esau and Jacob. And when Esau and Jacob were born, Esau was born first and Jacob came out second. And of course, because of that, Esau received what was known back then as a birthright. And a birthright was a special blessing given to the firstborn. And what happened as these young men grew up over time, Esau developed into a guy that loved to go out into the fields and hunt and loved doing the outdoor kind of things. And Jacob was a guy that loved to sort of stay inside and enjoyed a bit more of a domestic kind of life. Two different kind of guys. And one day Esau came in from the fields, and he was very hungry, and Jacob had been making some wonderful soup there, and so he smelled the aroma of that soup and said, "Boy, I'd really love to have something to eat." And Jacob, being kind of a conniving guy, said, "You know what, Esau? Here's what I will do. I will give you a bowl of soup if you will give me your birthright." Think about that for a moment. The birthright that Esau had was for his future. And he was facing a test of his strength in that moment. Would he realize what his future held? Would he have the strength to say no to short-term demands, to that moment when he wanted so desperately something to eat? Could he defer his gratification to hold on to his future? Well, if you know anything about the Bible story, you'll realize that Esau made the big mistake that day and he sold his future for a bowl of soup. Why? Because he was weak. His weakness caused him to forfeit his future. How many times in life have you perhaps forfeited something wonderful for your future out of a moment of weakness? Well, you can't do anything about those moments in the past, but you can do something wonderful about your future to make the decision now to say, you know what, I'll get stronger. I'm not going to let weakness rob me of the future God has for me. I'm making a decision to address weakness in my life and gain the strength that God wants me to have. I will get stronger.